Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor, and here are a few of the stories on the agenda for this week. Reporter Chris Chase attended the Shalom Club's 9/11 memorial service. We hear from Lifestyle Services on the upcoming Life Under the Sun events. And later in the program, we get a Beaufort County update. Those stories and more coming up. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News. With our news team bringing you stories from Sun City and the Low Country. Taking the lead with entertainment news. And on deck is our sports report. Sun City News, from people you know, about people you know. This week's SCTV News starts now.
We will never forget 9/11. The Shalom Club honored the day with retired Major General Craig Weldon, who spent 30 years in the U.S. Army and another 9 as a member of the Senior Executive Service with the U.S. Marine Corps. Along the way, he led thousands of soldiers, sailors, and Marines at each level, from lieutenant to general officer to senior executive, with 10 years in Europe and another 12 in the Pacific. Chris Chase brings us the story.
Norma, you were absolutely right. We will always remember. And we're here with Mitch Sachs from the Shalom Club, who's doing a presentation today. Now, Mitch, what exactly is the presentation going to be about?
The presentation is going to be about survival. And our guest speaker, the general, will go through the whole thing.
Now, Craig, thank you so much for being here. You're doing the presentation today. What exactly, abridged, are you going to say today?
Well, I was at the Pentagon on 9/11. I wasn't stationed at the Pentagon. I was visiting the Pentagon. But because I lived in Hawaii, I couldn't get back for 2 days. So I spent 2 days in front of that hole in the wall trying to do everything I could to help. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about the intelligence failures that we encountered on that day and what we've tried to do to fix them.
And you fixed them?
I haven't fixed them, but the United States has done a pretty good job. But we can never let our guard down.
Thank you very much, Craig. Now, David, you are coming to ring the bell. Could you tell me the significance of that?
Well, years ago, when they had teletype in the fire department and they had an alarm, they always used to ring a bell. I'm going to do it's called 4 5s, and when that does, that means someone has passed away in the fire department, and that's what that's for, to alert everybody in the paid fire department that they have passed away, and that's what that amounts to.
Now, you're a youngster, aren't you? How old are you?
I'm 96 years old.
96. All right. Doesn't make any difference what age you are, does it?
I spent 63 years active in the fire department back home, and I was 7 years active exempt.
SCTV got a preview of the upcoming Life Under the Sun week of events.
Lindsay, I think you and your Lifestyles crew have come up with the most delectable concept a couple of years ago called Life Under the Sun. But I have a feeling we've got an influx of new residents, and maybe we should explain a little bit about Life Under the Sun.
Absolutely. Life Under the Sun is a week-long celebration of the lifestyle and life here in Sun City, Hilton Head. We include everybody in everything from free events to ticketed events to fitness to the restaurants to golf. Every aspect is showcased during that week.
Now, we got to get the dates. I know we've got a beautiful insert that came into our Sensations. Insert-worthy event, people. So what are the dates that we start and end for Life Under the Sun?
This year, Life Under the Sun is Saturday, October 5th through Thursday, October 10th.
It's coming up quick. It is coming up quick. Now, I know the thing that for those of us who've been around for a while, we know that there's going to be some feature performances. So who are those this year?
We have a wonderful tribute to the Allman Brothers in Magnolia Hall, taking place Sunday and Monday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we wrap up everything with Rumors ATL, a Fleetwood Mac tribute, welcomed back by popular demand.
They got great reviews, so we're all excited. It's almost time to get those tickets. Okay, now, one of the things that you've done so well, too, is really incorporating so many venues all around Sun City. Can you give us a hint of what some of those might be?
Absolutely. We use our traditional venues that we use for a lot of our lifestyle events, meaning the Pavilion Grounds, Magnolia Hall, and Pinckney Hall. But we also use the gorgeous backdrop here at Palmetto Commons, the backyard that overlooks a little lake, and the golf course for some sunrise yoga. We'll also use Argent Lakes Golf Course for a fitness walk. And we're going to be doing Riverbend this year for a wonderful dinner gathering.
Now, what's new this year?
Our Riverbend event is going to be our newest this year. We are bringing back, we didn't do it last year, our fitness walk. So it's new to a year and a half.
The fitness walk is hilarious. And our fitness instructors are fun. And I think you've added a glow dance party.
Yes. Fitness is also doing a glow dance party inside Pinckney Hall.
The registration's going on right now, so everybody's there. Thank you to you and your crew. You're always out there with your smiling faces. You're always bringing us events. And like you say, this is a celebration of our lifestyle here, and you make us happy that we moved here. So thank you.
Thank you, and thank you to all the Sun City residents.
Still more to come. Georgia Lash attended the recent Art in Bloom event. Chris Chase talks with Fire Marshal Joey Rowell about lithium batteries. And our SCTV crew attended the Buckeye Group's Pancake Breakfast. We'll return after this brief break.
The September edition of Sports Done Right continues our practice of profiling residents with interesting sports-related stories to tell, in addition to extended coverage of the fall softball seasons and indoor sports enjoyed year-round by residents. I think you'll truly enjoy our interviews and action shots, and look forward to seeing y'all on the September 2024 edition of Sports Done Right.
The level of Sun City creativity doesn't stop. The collaboration of our artists and floral designers was expressed in the recent Art in Bloom show. See what you missed.
Patty, this is the third year for Art in Bloom, which is such a unique, creative collaboration between the All About Art Club, of which you are president, and the Avant Gardeners. I'm not sure everyone in Sun City is familiar with the concept, so would you familiarize our viewers?
Sure. So what this is a wonderful collaboration that was brought to us by one of our members who went and saw it in a museum and wondered if we could do this. So what this is we choose paintings to represent in floral arrangements. So it is so unique to have the beautiful art and to have the beautiful flowers being combined. It's amazing.
It is a must-see. It
really
is a must-see. So how long or what is the process of getting those pairings evolved?
Well, it does take a little bit because what we do is we tell the artist to send us pictures of their paintings, and we tell them that we don't want something that has a lot of flowers because that would be a little redundant. So we have them make sure that it is something that could be interesting and have colors or a feeling, and there's a size requirement as well. So you have to put all of those into consideration.
Lisa, you have been the champion of this Art in Bloom show for all the time now, all 3 years. You've hit the triple. All right. And I think this will be a home run because you have more, pairings than you've ever had before. How many are in this year?
There's 18 participants, and I tell you, Georgia, the energy is fabulous. So it's going to be a great show.
Now, do you ever get rookies or making their debut appearance at this show?
Well, rookies might be new to the show, but it does take a certain confidence for a designer to agree to participate. So we have to kind of maybe invite people repeatedly. But this year of the 18, we have 5 new participants, so that's very exciting.
Just had a quick look around, Dorothy, and I can see the coaching and training that you've been providing, the artistic direction to the avant-gardeners who had to represent these paintings. What's the real secret? How do you get them from square one to these finished products?
Well, some of my girls or some of the designers in today's show have been working with me for a couple years in my workshops, which we run once a month during the season. And they evolved. It's an evolving process. Some come with talent, some don't. So it's like any skill, you have to practice. And this is the end result of our practices and our workshops and looking at our gardens to see what's available. It's fun, it's challenging. I know a couple of the girls lost a few nights sleep over it, including myself. But that's the trick, practice, practice, practice.
The People's Choice recipients were artist Terry Baker and floral designer Carol Jackson. The recipients of the President's Choice Award were artist Sue Grilly and floral designer Elaine Donahue. What do we use lithium batteries for, and what should we watch out for? Fire Marshal Joey Rowell fills us in.
Now, Joey, there's been a lot of talk, too, about golf carts being plugged in and left plugged in. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, golf carts, which happens to be the mode of travel for most folks in your community, they're a very good thing to have, but there's some dangers associated with them. With some of the older batteries, if you keep them plugged in, those batteries can overheat and they can emit a gas into your home. They can also cause explosions because of those gases escaping and finding some type of ignition point. But also with some of the newer lithium batteries that they have in golf carts now, if you don't have the right charger and doing things the right way with those style batteries, fires have occurred for them as well as a lot of other lithium products. The reason for that is lithium technology is still relatively new, and if you don't use the right type of charger prescribed for that battery, and usually it's a manufacturer's recommended charger or the manufacturer's charger, then the battery charging becomes inadequate, unsafe, and can start fires. So we recommend charge your golf cart usually with an open air, like if you have it in your garage, try to keep some type of ventilation moving through there. Keep your eyes on it at all times, or basically if you're charging your golf cart, be present with it when it's doing that at your home. If you're not home, unplug the golf cart. It's the most cheapest insurance policy you can have is to unplug it and plug it back in. And we don't recommend plugging them up overnight while you're sleeping, because there are certain things that can happen that are contributed to golf cart batteries either overcharging, heating up, improper charging devices, or just whatever it may be. So again, we encourage folks to enjoy their golf cart smart and make sure that they're using the right charger at the right time, and they unplug it when they're not at home or when they're sleeping at night. And when it becomes a full charge, unplug it as well. You can't get more juice into a battery that's fully charged.
A rainy day didn't stop our generous and maybe a little hungry Sun City neighbors from supporting the Buckeye Group Pancake Breakfast fundraiser. Our SCTV crew was there.
Rhonda, I'm getting a little teary-eyed here because it's not a perfect day, but it's a perfect crowd coming in. There's a line It's hard to get a spot close to the pavilion. You guys are awesome. Look at all the support you're getting today. How does that make you feel?
You know, it's wonderful. I mean, it's been pouring all morning, and yet this line, just as you said, is just not stopping. And people that are walking in the door are just so excited, and they said, absolutely, I want to support our local firefighters that service Sun City. And wow, the community, Sun City, as always, does a wonderful job.
I feel very privileged to be here with you, Lieutenant Hartley, because you are one of the recipients. Your group is one of the recipients of today's proceeds. Thank you for everything you do for us. Tell us how it feels and how important it is to get community support like this.
I think it's really important to have community support because it helps us help you guys more.
The weather may not be perfect, but when I walked in and drove in, couldn't find a spot close to the door, I knew that people support the Buckeye Group. And why? You're a fun group, and they know you are such a charitable group. So tell us about this pancake breakfast today. Where are the proceeds going?
Okay, this pancake breakfast is going to the first responders that call on Sun City in Bluffton and Jasper County. So last year we raised almost $10,000. They each got $5,000. And it was, we have a silent auction going on too with like 80 pieces of merchandise. And rain or shine, the pancake is on.
It looks fantastic. We're going to get ready. Once we're done talking to all of you, we're going to get in line and get our breakfast. Okay.
Very good today.
Ooh, that looks like a lot of
Would you
great
like a piece
bacon.
of bacon?
I always love a piece of bacon.
There you go.
Okay. The best bacon ever. Best bacon ever, because this is money that's from bacon going to charity. And charity calories don't count.
Still much more ahead on Sun City News. Randy Selman's here with an entertainment report. We get a Beaufort County update. And Doug Wright has sports. So stay with us.
Thinking about cutting that cable cord, or maybe you already did? Well, then it's a perfect time to get connected with our Sun City TV YouTube station. All our SCTV programming is on YouTube, so you won't miss anything, especially if you subscribe like over 1,000 of our residents already have. Sign in to youtube.com SCTV station, then click the subscribe button. You're all set.
Randy Selman continues her report on upcoming theater productions in our area.
So, I already filled you in on all the remarkable plays and musicals coming to the Arts Center on Hilton Head Island. The Arts Center isn't the only live theater to bring you great performances. The Center for the Arts and the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, has been showcasing extremely talented actors for many years now. It's time to take in some of their well-produced plays and musicals. The weekend of September 20th, 21st, and 22nd, they will present Oklahoma. Oklahoma is the first musical written by the duo of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Set in a small town in Oklahoma in the year 1906, it tells the story of farm girl Lori Williams and her courtship by two rival suitors, Cowboy Curly McLean and the sinister and frightening farmhand Judd Fry. A secondary romance concerns Cowboy Will Parker and his flirtatious fiancée, Ado Annie. The original Broadway production opened on March 31st, 1943. It was a box office hit and ran for an unprecedented 2,212 performances. Oklahoma has some of the most iconic musical numbers ever written, such as Oh, What a Beautiful Morning, Surrey with the Fringe on Top, I'm Just a Girl Who Can't Say No, and of course the unforgettable closing number, Oklahoma. Check out all of the special theater and musical productions at USCB by going to their website at uscbcenterforthearts.com. You can also order tickets by calling 521-4148. The May River Theater is actually finishing out their 2024 series with two very spooky and/or funny plays. On Saturday, October 18th and Sunday, October 19th, the theater will present the Rocky Horror Picture Show with a shadow cast. That means that the movie will be playing while actors play the parts on stage. The theater also encourages everyone to wear costumes related to the film and to interact with the movie and the players. It should be a fun evening for all. Both shows begin at 7:30 p.m. To order tickets, call 815-5581. Their last production of the year will be Carrie. Based on the Stephen King thriller, the musical focuses on Carrie White, an awkward teenage girl with telekinetic powers whose lonely life is dominated by her oppressive, religious fanatic mother, Margaret. When she is humiliated by her classmates at the high school prom, she unleashes chaos on everyone and everything in her path out of vengeance. Though blood and gore might not be your thing, it's the perfect musical to see if you love Halloween. Also, you will have a chance to see some very talented young and maybe not so young local actors. Order tickets by calling the box office at 815-5581. As always, I'm Randy Selman, and that's your entertainment report. Remember, life is entertaining, so don't miss the show.
Beaufort County Council Chairman Joe Passament offers you an opportunity to meet with the Beaufort Jasper Water and Sewer Authority representative. Let's hear the details.
It's time for another Beaufort County update.
Yep.
And I believe you're going to talk about something that's going to really be happening right here in Sun City for us.
Yes, in Sun City we have the Low Country Happenings on September 20th at the Lake House, and our speakers are going to be Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer. They're going to talk about a lot of issues that are pertinent, water quality, capacity, upgrades that are happening around the county, rates. So it is going to be very informative, and everybody should be aware of what is happening in the Low Country.
Now, it's important for us to tell everyone that you don't need to be a member of Low Country Happenings to attend this event.
Right.
And I will have to add that it's really a must-see event, must-hear, because I've been fortunate enough to hear their speakers, and they, I would have to say, debunked a lot of mythology about what is going on with our water. And also, I felt like they were very supportive in helping me to understand how to be a better citizen about my water usage and why that's so important.
Yeah, and water quality, concerns that we have about capacity, the growth, and will we have enough water? All of those things are on their radar as well. We do have older systems around the county that they're addressing, one of which is in Laurel Bay, you know, across from Marine Corps Air Station. Well, Laurel Bay was created back in the 40s. That system was put in the 50s. It's 70 years old. And so they're going to be addressing that in the future. So there are some really exciting things coming out of Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer. They're very proactive now.
The technology that he shared with us was pretty phenomenal. So I really do encourage everybody to try to come out on September 20th. It's a great presentation. Now, if we have any more time to talk, looking at your board, you know, your council meetings, it's just great reading. But I did find out something that I thought was absolutely fabulous, and that is that the council has acted on purchasing a piece of property that's going to be used for affordable housing, and it's right on Buckwalter.
Yes, and that has been a joint venture between Beaufort County, the town of Bluffton, and our Beaufort Memorial Hospital.
Wow.
It is, you know, as we know, affordable workforce housing is sorely needed. Here was an opportunity to purchase a 10-acre piece of property, and we have to shout out to the landowner who was willing to do this as well. And so it's now in its final phase. The bonds are being issued by Beaufort Memorial Hospital to begin the construction of this sorely needed, and there will also be a medical facility there as well.
I read that. I was going to ask about.
Yeah.
And now I realize with the Beaufort Memorial connection. That
Yes.
sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly we're always looking for medical, resources. Having the ability to have people afford to live here and work here is going to help all of our businesses and help us.
Yeah, there's projects all over the county. Hilton Head is doing their share to try and get affordable housing on the island, because most of the workers on the island don't live on the island, and it's very difficult for them to get there.
It is.
Which is why the referendum, hopefully, if it's passed, will solve that problem.
Well, we've got a lot to look forward to. Hope everybody comes out on the 20th. Again, one more reminder for you. Thank you for the update.
Okay.
Doug Wright is back with some sports news.
We love to talk about championship events and the residents who become champions. The fall bocce season is in full swing, but we would be remiss in not recognizing the recently crowned champions of the 3 summer leagues. They are Dottie Edmondson and Paula Shagru in Wednesday League, Steve and Regina Wood in the Thursday League, and Frank Funicella and Lily Hebert in the Friday League. Congratulations to all. Last weekend, we also caught some action at the Argent Lakes Golf Course, where the annual Birdies Beer and Barbecue Tournament was held. Let's take a look.
Well, it's Saturday at Argent Lakes Golf Club, and after a rainy morning, it cleared off, and the course drains pretty well, and they're getting ready here for the Birdies Beer and Barbecue Tournament, a very popular tournament that happens every year. Larry's here at the registration table, handing out practice balls, range balls, and the crowd's starting to show up, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to drop out, which is great. The weather apps worked. In any event, we'll be talking to some of the participants, and we'll find out a little bit about why they're doing this tournament. Well, Linda, you're out here, and I understand this is the first time you've played in this particular tournament.
Yes, it is. I believe it is the first time. Looking forward to it.
Have you got a good team? Who are your partners?
I do. I have Steve and Penny Lundberg and my husband, John Peelin.
Well, everybody knows John. He wins a lot. Okay, and what attracted you to this particular tournament? Was the birdies, the beer, or the barbecue?
Playing at Argent Lakes and playing with the good friends and maybe birdies.
Well, Wayne, you're fresh off breakfast with the Buckeye Club and Buckeye Group, and you're here at Birdie's Beer and Barbecue. So why are you here?
Well, we both play golf. We're a couple that plays a lot of golf, and we enjoy out with friends, and we enjoy birdies, we enjoy beer, and we enjoy barbecue.
Well, those are 3 pretty nice things for sure. Well, Donna, you're taking time off from your many, many activities and travels to play today. And what attracts you about this particular tournament?
Well, it's very funny because with the weather and all this morning was play, don't play, play, don't play.
Yeah.
I just like to be with friends and have a good time and get out and get some fresh air and exercise. So that's what this is about.
The winning teams are shown on your screen with great scores resulting from the scramble format. Again, congratulations to these great champions. It looks like another great fall season for all with cooler, drier weather. So put down those addictive electronics for a change, get your body in motion, and you too can become a champion. Doug Wright, Sun City Sports.
Now to view expanded coverage of sports news, check out Doug's monthly show, Sports Done Right. Well, that's our news for this week. Thank you for watching. Catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to hit like and subscribe. To see expanded coverage of some of our SCTV stories, tune into our monthly show, Extra. And if you have questions and comments, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. But make sure you check in with us next week for all the news that's in your neighborhood. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor.